I'm in the ghost town of Royal, West Virginia, the town of Royal. Now nearly totally reclaimed by surrounding forest with only a stone foundations and walls visible in the underground of the area. If you read this, it talks on down, it talks about how there's never any rail line here. See the further the original temple in 1891. This railroad bridge wasn't completed, built, the train trestle over here was not built until 1901. And that's the same year the rail spur was, but according to Park Service, this area never had rail access on this side of the river. You had to ship the coal across the river on this conveyor belt system. A tramway, I think is what they called it. But there was actually a track. I was just on the railroad right away a minute ago and I was confused because down there's the actual railroad right away. And the trestle across the bridge, the river, in the photo is still active to this day. Unfortunately, I missed the train. I didn't get here because that's the Bratz line that goes along the banks of the Piney River and up in the mountains near Beckley. I'm in Raleigh County, by the way. Over there is my home county of Fayette. I'm literally on the county line. I like this county line videos. It's kind of fun when you try to film both Raleigh and Fayette counties. Or like I did a few days ago, I was filming Fayette and Nicholas counties at the same time. I went down to the I'm trying to think of the name of the town I was in. I'm filming this on November 9th, by the way. Stone wall. I think this is the old powder house. I left one of these old coal camps. There's another building over here, but I think, oh crap! Out of this wall. Okay, but watch where I'm going. I literally just walked into a tree. And yes, that hurt. That did not feel good. But I filmed this, and it's kind of a refilm video where I had to start my YouTube over. Now I'm back down the railroad waterway where I was on a minute ago. If I follow the pipeline down to the riverbank. But we'll go here to this building over here. Old tunnel that's been sealed off, by the way. Somebody commented about digging or something in the old video. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to leave these tunnels alone. Used to go underneath my tunnels used to go underneath the road here. But I think that section that goes underneath the road has been filled in. They're running truckloads of dirt and filled that section in, by the way. So you're not going to get anywhere with that. Kind of creepy with the vines hanging down. But it's fun to see this. Except for those two little buildings, and I think right through here the tunnel went on underneath, because probably up on the hillside is the old road. I'm going to try to do, as time goes on, I'm going to try to do more of these county line videos and even a couple state line videos. There are a couple more state line videos. And there's a railroad ties, by the way. 2 railroad ties, so in the right way the rail spot that came through here. Somewhere in this stretch, I'm not sure the exact spot, is the old coal temple. Said a mine shut down in 1940, but apparently in 1940 never opened back up. It's kind of hard to find evidence. The stone stuff will be there forever. 100 years from now, I've died old age, but those stone buildings could still be standing. You never know. Okay, that's caved in. Fallen tree. Yeah. Can't tell if it's a fallen tree or a rotten telephone pole. I can't tell. Okay, I think it's a fallen tree. I'm gonna go circle back around. Oh crap! The railroad right away don't go very far. I get like I followed that once before. I got like maybe a football field's length past this point, and then right away just drops off to this it literally drop off over this big embankment to the riverbank. Of course, that's probably where it always ended. Looked to me like that's where it probably where it always ended. The spoilers went far enough back to low coal cars with coal. Yep, that truck thing's still there. Old metal pipe. Those pipes were common in the 1930s, so Chesapeake, Ohio may put that in when the track was still here. This is one of the lines that unfortunately met its doom during World War II, because there was spur lines and branch lines that was not being used when the war started, was removed and still was scrapped to help the war effort. This is one of the ones that was embedded in 1940. In fact, the big chunk of the Warwick Railway, that one stretch of the Warwick Railway, met the same fate. That one stretch between Mount Hope and Oswald, but then the rest of the Warwick Railway survived. I need to do some videos in that stretch because it's close to my house. Masu picks the worst times ever to come untied. Maybe I'll get lucky in the future. By the time of this writing, I plant this right, I might get lucky and film a train through here where I'm going now. So good view of the bridge. This bridge is, I think there's a sign there that says something about 1899, but the track was completed in 1901, so something like that. I'm trying to remember when it said. I don't know what year that sign was on there, but I'd love to stay here and film a train. I got a train from the road bridge though, because I got an old video. I got a video of the train crossing the road bridge. There's a video on YouTube, one I watched when the road bridge was, when they done the demo, it imploded the old bridge, because those two steel arch bridges identical. Steel arch bridges like this, well, practically identical. There was a slight difference. One was a road bridge and one was a railroad bridge. The road bridge had the road deck instead of rail track, but they looked identical in design. You could see the highway green that Department of Highways uses on the road bridge. Department of Highways imploded the old bridge and put the new one in where the old one was. But this is the new crap. Okay, I'm gonna be laying on my back or laying on my head if I'm not careful. I keep slipping in the mud and I keep sliding in the mud. It's been raining a decent amount lately, although it hasn't done much the past 3 or 4 days. Looks to me like the river was up not too long ago. It's kind of low. Well, it's not low now, but it's not high either. Actually, maybe it is a little low. I think it is a foot or two, couple feet below what it should be. I might be lucky. There might be a train coming after all. Don't think it's coming down the branch line. If I catch something in the main line, I'll film it. Don't see anything exciting in these holes. Just dirt and pieces of metal pipe. This will be right in the video in this old pump house. With this pump house is not that old. Well, it is, but the piping's not too old. That black plastic pipe can't be too old. It really can't be. It is old, but it's not super old because back in the day when the coal camp was here, that pipe like that, that type of pipe did not exist. Bottle butt. It's cold here. But check out the view here. I'm gonna head back up and head back out. Over there's who makes that truck. My guess is some houses did survive the coal camp well past that, and they needed a pump house, because there is some few old houses up the road about half a mile, so it could have been part of the coal camp. But this will be right in the video. I just wanted to show the coal camp at Royal. Oh, there's Fayette County. Right straight across is Fayette County. I'm in Raleigh County. This stretch through here, the river is the county line for a couple miles anyways. The river is the county line, but of course down here I think the river goes back in completely into Raleigh County for a few miles, and then the new river goes after that goes back into Fayette County, and then it goes back into Summers County. So Raleigh, Fayette, and Summers counties are three counties the New River crosses. So there's three counties that's part of the New River Gorse. Raleigh, Fayette, and Summers is pretty cool. And pretty in nature's carpet.